Join us as we take our little family to Las Vegas. On this trip, we tried out a couple different hotels. Our first stop was the Resorts World. All three hotels at Resorts World in Las Vegas are Hilton properties. There's a standard Hilton, the Conrad, and then Crockfords, which is one of their LXR properties. All three properties have their own lobby, their own drive-up station, and valets, etc. This is the Hilton lobby. Unsurprisingly, because it was the biggest hotel at the Resorts World, was crowded quite often. Interestingly, the Crockfords was mostly in the middle, but there's one tower of Crockfords that you had to walk through the Hilton lobby to get to, and that's where we stayed in Crockfords West. All the walkways to the Crockfords were locked, so you would go in through the Crockfords lobby, then come out and exit into the Hilton lobby. Then you would have to go through a locked door to go into this Crockfords West lobby. This whole lobby area was not manned, but it was essentially empty the whole time we were here. We almost never saw any other humans. There's two sets of elevators in this area, and they each go to a small number of floors. So here is the elevators that head to our floors, and if you got on the other elevator, it would not stop at your floor. So pretty simple. Then when you came out into the hallway, we also rarely saw people in this hallway. And we were in Vegas at a very crowded time over New Year's. We did occasionally see workers here, but other than that, we almost never saw other people. We were in a one-bedroom suite. If you followed us before, you know we love to have a separate space. Here, this room has an amazing powder room, so the kids had their own place to go to the bathroom. Of course, they were allowed to shower in our room. This room also has another amazing part of it, and that is this cool walk-through closet. Here on the right is the living room, and this couch pulls out into a bed, which of course housekeeping set up for us. But this room was huge. There was tons of space for activities. And the view of this room was not amazing. It was not of the Strip, but it did look out and was high up. Both the bedroom and the living room had a large television, and then the bedroom had a king-size bed, and then bedside tables here. The bathroom was quite large, and as you may have noticed, had an entrance through the closet and through the master bedroom. So that's kind of nice, having like a connection that either side could come in and go as they please. This closet is amazing, particularly for 4 people. There were drawers, a place to put suitcases, and a place to hang things up. Back into the living room or kids' room is the area where you can get the snacks that aren't free. True of every hotel. On the left side is the minibar, and on the right side is a refrigerator where you could put things. Here's the shower. It did have a little bench area, but otherwise kind of no bells and whistles. And then there's a separate water closet area where you could use the restroom. In the middle of the room is a bathtub. To me, it's one of those bathtubs that looked beautiful, but in practice was maybe not the most comfortable. Some of my favorite things about this Crockfords. Wait for it. And then the shears. Ooh. The motion lights in the bathroom for the nighttime. And this Theragun. But one of my other favorite things is this cool closet dressing area. It has the safe, lots of storage space. We don't pack light, so they're all full. But another closet area with iron and ironing board, although I'm sure you can probably send that out. A tray. Cabinets up here to forget all of your belongings. And then drawers and a little shoe shelf. How cute! Up next is the fitness center. The hotels at Resorts World share this fitness center, so although it is kind of a large gym for a hotel, I think maybe for the number of people here, it was a little small. As you can see, it was fairly crowded, and during all of the hours that we were able to go into it, it was also quite crowded. But look, they love these Theraguns. They have them here in the gym as well. They have a standard cleaning station, water station kind of area. And then they have lots of cardio equipment, some Pelotons, and then they have some weights. As many hotels in Vegas have. There's a ton of pool area here, multiple different pools, including a special one for Crockfords only, but we were here for New Year's, and so not every pool was open. So you can see all of the pools, and we tried to film them all, but we could only swim in one of them. This resort is quite expansive. As you can see, it has multiple towers that are very large. It has a cool TV advertising thing on the side there. And it is at an interesting location on the Strip. So it is down near Circus, and it looks like it's near the Strat if you're looking on a map or something, but they're pretty far apart. There were some restaurants and stuff out here. Not many were open in the winter. They did have an app where you could order essentially Grubhub from any of the restaurants on property to be delivered either to your room or here to the pool. We weren't at the pool very long, so we did not take advantage of that. If you look around though, this pool area is amazing, as many Vegas pools are, with lots of palm trees, lots of swimming area, there's tons of seating, and then there's a couple areas that are a little bit exclusive, including the Crockfords private pool, and then another pool that's like adults only with infinity. That was also not open while we were there. So as I said, there was just one hotel. It was very warm, and there was a hot tub that was open. So we had a great time for the period of time that we went to the pool. Back inside, near the casino, is one of the restaurant's Juniors. There were several other restaurants here. We didn't get to try them all, but we did eat at Juniors. There you can see me carrying little Ben Dog. He was tired. Some guys just can't handle Vegas, as they say in The Hangover. We had dinner at Juniors. It was wonderful. They have wonderful cheesecake here as well. And like I said, you could actually order this via Grubhub up to your room. One thing we did not do well on this trip was at the beginning, we didn't account for how crowded it would be for New Year's. And so we were not prepared to have to make reservations for all the restaurants. It was easy to make reservations once we started making them, so they did not have to be made well in advance. But you did kind of need reservations, because if you tried to go in somewhere on standby, we ended up waiting forever at multiple restaurants, including one or two that we ended up having to leave. But here's some more of the casino at the Resorts World and a few more of their restaurants and food stand kind of places. With our kids there and no obvious babysitting service or kids club available, we didn't get to go gamble together. But Ben and I each gambled separately, each won a tiny bit of money off of a tiny bit of gamble. So it was a good time, even though we didn't spend much time gambling. In addition to the casino, there's a large shopping area and other eateries attached to Resorts World. So like a lot of resorts in Las Vegas, you could walk a very long way and still be indoors. There's a lot of great choices here. We had a fantastic time walking around this resort. One cool thing is that in addition to getting your steps in inside the resort, you can get a lot of steps in outside because, as I mentioned, it is down toward the end of the Strip. So in order to walk anywhere, you do get a lot of steps. So that's nice, and there's some good people watching along the way. If you want to take a trip to Las Vegas, reach out to us. We're travel agents who never charge a fee, and we have access to the best rates, benefits rates, and best onboard credit for cruises. We work as part of a Forbes-rated travel agency, so we can get you the best of everything and give you amazing service. If you want to go to Vegas with your family, with your friends, by yourself, or with another loved one, we'd love to help you plan your trip. Don't forget to like and subscribe.